It has been almost exactly 1 year since I launched my first game on my first platform, and that's Tanks But No Tanks on Steam, and almost to the day it's been exactly 1 year. And I've done a lot in that time period, but I'm not making enough money. And I don't say that in like a greedy way. What I mean is like when I quit my full-time job, I had saved up an amount to give me a financial runway so that I could live off of those savings and kind of give myself some ground to prove out if I'm able to make a sustainable income off of making and selling my own video games. Now, to be clear, I am making some money, but it's not enough to cover my living expenses right now. And I have a lot of sources of income right now. I have some YouTube ad revenue and sponsorships. I have my Patreon. I've been doing some contract work over the summer. And of course, I have my game sales. And that includes sales from Steam, Xbox, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Atari VCS, and soon Nintendo Switch. And since I can't share with you the exact revenue that I've earned on all the console platforms, I can share with you how much money I've generated on Steam over the past year. So let me tell you that exact figure. Let me pull it up here. Okay, so the total revenue that I've made on Steam launching 2 games on there over the past 12 months is $6,435. That's obviously not enough to live off of, but it is just one section of my income. I am making more revenue on consoles, but I can't tell you how much. But I want to talk about the experiment that I'm conducting right now. And my experiment was something like this. I want to know if the games industry is truly a hit-driven industry. I want to know if it's possible to make $50,000 a year. I want to know if it's possible to make a decent living wage just off of making and selling video games. Because it seems like there's a lot of video games that when they're released, they make less than $5,000. And then on the other end of the spectrum, it's like there's a huge gap in between, and then there's a spike of all these games that make more than $100,000. And I want to know if it's feasible for indie developers to make small scoped games and release them on a regular schedule and build up that back catalog of recurring revenue and be able to live off of that income. So this is my update for that experiment, and I will say don't follow in my footsteps yet because I have not proven that that is the case. I've released 2 big games and released them across all different major consoles, except for Nintendo Switch that's coming soon. And what I've been able to produce has not yielded the results that I want. But I am making enough money to be able to justify continuing going on. I'm making enough money to extend that financial runway that I have, and I'm making enough money, it's growing every month, and I'm able to say, okay, the trend is upward. I can see how this business plan works, but it's just not growing as fast as I would like. So I'm gonna have to pivot some of my business plan. For instance, over the summer, I picked up some part-time work in order to supplement some of the income that I'm generating. So I had a bit of a slow summer, and that's why it took me so long to port my game Bridges and Docks to Xbox, PlayStation, and Nintendo. But heading into the fall and winter, this is going to be my full-time gig, and I'm ready to double down and try some new things to try and generate some more revenue and see how that works out. What I'm working on, it makes sense in my head, and it's working in practice, just not to the degree that I want. And it makes me think, okay, what can I change? I released 2 games in the past year, but I ported it to a bunch of different consoles. If you look at this graph, you can see that I actually had 12 launches on different platforms with different games over the past year. That means that I averaged 1 game launch per month, which is actually pretty good, I think. But it makes me think, do I need to be making a bigger game? Something that has the capacity to bring in more revenue, or should I be focusing on more smaller games, something that I can reproduce fairly quickly and reuse a lot of my code base for and be more efficient with the games that I'm putting out? I'm also thinking maybe I should concentrate on just a few platforms instead of porting to all of them, because porting takes a long time, and I'm realizing that the time that I spend porting is almost equated to the time that I spend developing the actual games. So all of these things are running through my head, but I wanted to make this video because it's just at the 1-year mark of when I released my first game on Steam, and I wanted to keep you all in the loop. And I don't want you to think that I'm getting filthy rich off of porting all my games to consoles and then you guys go quit your jobs and try doing that, because like I said, I want to be the guinea pig. I want to fail so that you don't have to, and I want to figure out a good strategy so that I can continue doing what I love to do. I'm not giving up, I'm just realizing that I need to pivot on some things. And I think part of that is diving more into my YouTube channel. I realize that there's so much benefit to having a YouTube channel. One, there's like the ad revenue and the sponsorship revenue, but then there's the added benefit of interacting with people who can get eyeballs on the projects that I'm working on and give me good feedback. So you all can give me criticisms often and early and tell me what I'm doing wrong, what you think would be fun on the projects that I'm working on. So thank you all for your support. Hitting 10,000 subscribers is a huge milestone, and I'm just grateful to be in the spot where I have 10,000 people who have clicked the button that said they want to watch more of my videos, which is really cool. So I want this to be an ongoing conversation, more raw and more frequently uploading videos and kind of making it a back and forth interaction instead of me just semi-consistently putting out videos in like a one directional sense. So to give you an overview, my income is consistent and it's passive, so I don't have to touch anything for my games that are launched, and I am getting consistent recurring revenue in the background as I work on new projects, which is awesome. It's just not enough to cover my bills right now, and so I want to be able to build this machine and back catalog of games so that I am able to generate enough money to support me and my family. I'm just realizing that getting to that place may take longer than I had initially anticipated. I wish that I could show you guys my spreadsheets because it's super interesting seeing all of the sales data from each different platform and seeing some spikes when there's discounts and sale events and all of this stuff. I'm not in any financial distress, but I am at the point where my financial runway isn't going to last forever, so I have to keep up what I'm doing and ramp it up a little bit. So I'm really excited to head into this next season. I think fall and winter is going to be a phase of my career where I can really put my hand to the grindstone. Is that what it's called? I don't know. The title of this video is a little depressing, but I'm actually really optimistic for the future. I see what's working and I see that I need to make some pivots, and part of that pivoting process is actually developing some game prototypes before I dive headfirst into my next full phase of game development. And I'm interested to get your feedback on that, so stay tuned for upcoming videos that I'll be covering those. So thank you guys so much for your support. If you want to continue to support me by buying my games, I'll leave some links in the description for all 12 titles across 6 different platforms so that you can pick and choose what you want to pick up if that interests you. If you want to check out my Patreon community, I've started treating that as a weekly newsletter where I'm giving some behind the scenes updates and updating everybody in my Patreon community there. So you can go and check that out. That's all that I have today, and I'll see you all in the next one.